I'm Vita Guerra, and I'm living the low life.
Low and slow, living the low life. Living the low life. Ride low and slow, living the low life. Living the low life.
Today on Livin' the Low Life, we head to the hop.
Are we ready to know what's up? What it look like? 100?
They hop high, owing it all to the old school.
You had to pull a cord to let the cord down.
Oh, wow.
Back in those days, okay?
That's not even half the story.
We don't do no chipping.
No chipping over here.
Ride low and slow, living the low life. Living the low life. Drop the bomb!
It's time to be hopping. It's time to be amazed. And it's time to be getting some answers.
Hi, I'm Vita Guerra, and today on Living the Low Life, we're gonna find out why the guys who ride so low and slow like to hop so high. So why do you think people like to hop?
For the respect, for the oohs and ahs, the crowd. You know, it looks crazy when your car's in the air like that. And
We're at the Majestics year-end get-together, where Vita knows the story.
When the Majestics throw a picnic, you're guaranteed to see some cool rides.
You're also guaranteed to see some crazy hoppers.
Most of the best hoppers out here today, you know, we got 3 different classes. We got street single, street double, radical.
Single pump start lining up over here in this direction right here. Please, all the kids out of the hop pit. Kelly swinging in the house, y'all.
It takes organization to make this happen right.
We came strictly to hop. We're gonna try to take a trophy. That's all we can do. Just try, give it our best.
It's gonna be an intense competition. Get ready for some heavy hopping.
Come on, bring it. Certified Riders, Moreno Valley chapter, baby.
Hungry kids in the streets, they want that advance. Don't want sob stories, put the cash in hand. I'm going for mine. Mr. Pakistan, black spray can, yo candy can.
It's amazing to think that these rides are hopping well over 6 feet into the air.
75, I think. I was hoping in the 80s, but it's all right, I guess.
Let's meet one of the top contenders in the radical class.
Well, this car was originally built for one of our dream team members, BK. BK was kind of, you know, looking for something different to do, man, so I went ahead and got the car for him. Pulled an all-nighter on the car to get the car right.
Today, Toddland has some serious competition.
I didn't even know this guy until like 2 years ago.
You didn't?
They're like, Kool-Aid. I was like, who's that?
Who the f the Kool-Aid?
Who's that?
That's what you said.
No, that guy. I said, where's he at? Oh, there he is down there.
There it is. There it is. And no short guy.
That guy built this El Camino for Big Al.
Come up, son. We'll put it down. What it look like? 100? You ain't. No, they said get 100. What y'all giving me? 95. 95. One of my haters. One of my haters. You know what I'm saying?
We'll give him 100.
That's Nene.
We'll give him 100.
Todd ain't out. Where that 64 at?
There he is, right there behind you.
All right. Is he bringing it up?
Yes, sir.
This might look a little crazy, but like every movement in the automotive world, the origin exists somewhere. To begin our quest for answers, we're asking experts, how did this all get started?
I don't have a clue. Not a clue. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's okay. We're gonna meet someone who knows it all.
It's time to get into the history of hydraulics. It's the ups and downs of taking it from low to high.
Well, as we know in the low life, it didn't start with hopping high. It started with laying low, doing anything possible to accomplish that goal.
So what did people do before they put hydraulic setups in their car?
Well, everything from heating the coil springs to putting sandbags and bricks in the trunk.
Wow.
You name it, they did it.
This guy would know. He's a hopping pioneer, innovator and builder, Ted Wells. As Ted will tell you, in the old days, someone finally figured out that the answer was hydraulics.
So who was the first person to put hydraulic setups in these cars?
As far as I know, his name was Ron Aguirre. He had a car called X-Sonic. It was actually a Corvette.
Wow.
And from that Corvette, an entire movement evolved, led by guys who thought like Ted, inventors with simple but radical ideas.
It started off with just 2 batteries to a pump. And the car went up. It was just the mere fact that the car would go down and up. And then as it got along, from what I could tell when I got into it, one guy would come out and add extra battery. His car come up a little bit faster than that guy, so he had to make his car go a little faster, and then the car started clearing the ground, so they started making it clear more and more and more.
That more and more and more was low compared to today.
In the days when I was out there, like in the 70s, if your car hopped over a beer can, it was doing something.
If you could get up to curb, you was a bad dude.
You do 2 feet, you were the king. Until it naturally progressed to what it is today.
Hydraulics were a big hit back then, but acquiring a setup wasn't easy.
Back in those days, there weren't a bunch of shops like there are now and everything. You just picked it up on the street like you picked up riding a bike, you know?
We used aircraft parts back then.
And most of those parts came by way of surplus stock, left over from World War II. These aircraft hydraulic systems controlled bomb doors, landing gear, and even braking systems.
Let's go back to the beginning. In the beginning, you see this pump right here?
Uh-huh.
They used to have it literally on a cookie sheet like this, in the trunk of the car. You had to pull a cord to let the car down.
Oh, wow.
Back in those days, okay? That's how it started.
Let's take a look at one of Ted's creations. This one's an old school setup with an old school look. It's a look that has now become a sought-after style.
So this is one of your raw-looking setups, right?
Yeah, this was Rick's idea. He wanted it this way, got the street look, and it came out beautiful.
So what is it about the aircraft setups that people like so much?
It's a nostalgic thing, you know, it was done. That's how people cruise. Most of the time, they would either have a lift up in front and only the nose would rise up or down, or the rear to be able to get in and out of driveways. So it's just kind of a throwback.
It says breathing oxygen. Is that what people used to use?
Yeah, these were actual tanks off the planes that they used for if they got too high altitude and need some oxygen, or if they bailed out the plane and had to carry it with them. There's a little strap that goes with it, straps to your little regulator, and that's what they had the spare oxygen in. That's what we use.
As relatively young as hopping is, it's already gone retro.
Well, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of companies that are now making the newer pumps look like those, okay? Because those are so popular, they're trying to cash in on everybody wanting those. And they make the car go up and down, but they're perpetrating to be this. And
They're fakers.
so what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Okay?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's the business right there.
Today, it's about the high life in the low life. We're checking out hopping and hydraulics history. So Vita went over to go see a Hall of Famer who knows it all.
When it comes to hydraulics, Ted Wells helped write the book. So what has Ted Wells done for lowriding?
Well, he's kept it going in a lot of ways, you know, in terms of the setups and things like that, you know, the old school way of doing things.
He's considered the king of the aircraft setup. If you're gonna go to anyone, you go to the best.
Pays a little cost to be the boss with the Ted Wells setup, so you see a lot of clean cars that got the setup is because they spend the money to get it.
They want the real deal, they gotta come see
Hey,
you.
that's it.
Ted's first inspiration was simple but dramatic, a story many hoppers can relate to.
It really started for me when I was about 13 years old. I was out in front of my mother's house playing with a baseball, and this guy pulled up to collect some money for some furniture she had upholstered. And he just let the car down, and I was like, shocked. And he came back out, got in the car. I was hooked right there. It was over with.
Never been the same after that, right?
Never. I was over with. That was it. That's what started for me.
Wow, so you had your eye on it since you were 13. That's good.
Couldn't wait to get my driver's license.
This next guy just might have the same story.
They call him Big Al, and he's one of the kings of the big bounce.
Hey, I'm Al. No, you're Al. Big Al. I don't know about Big Al. He's my buddy. He's my buddy now.
What we have here is the owner of the business himself, Switchman Kool-Aid.
Oh, man. Kool-Aid, that's a name that I got a long time ago. I'm 48 years old. I've never done any drugs and never drank anything for 48 years, so, you know, hopefully I'm a pillar to the community or whatever, and, you know, just trying to be a positive person.
He also comes with his own theme song.
Don't play like this ain't me.
Kool-Aid got it. Kool-Aid got it.
After meeting at an auto show, Kool-Aid worked on Al's ride, enabling it to hop in the radical class and hit heights beyond belief. Now they compete with top cars from across the country. Let's take a look under the hood of Big Al's El Camino.
Over here, we have two piston pumps. These are the top of the line. We have the ADEX dump, which is for hopping. You can't get inches without an ADEX dump.
But that's not the only trick. Check this out.
We're looking at a V6. It did have a 350 V8 before I started hopping, but to get the inches, we had to take a little weight out of the front. Right now on the street, this is the car to beat. Whenever you see it out there on the street, they're waiting to get served. What that means is I done out-hopped you, and once you out-hop, you can say, Big Al said it. See, if Big Al don't say it, it ain't been said properly. That's what I'm talking about.
We're at the shop of the great Ted Wells, where the guys want to show Vita some radical hopping.
That's how we do it. We get them up there.
Ted Wells is an idea man. In fact, he has one right now.
Hey, Sharif.
Yes, sir.
I got an idea. Let Vita hop the car.
Oh, no. I seen you tear up, I seen her burn up a Regal at homie, so I don't know.
She told me she been practicing.
Yeah.
You got it? You think you got it?
I think so.
All right, let's push this thing back. We're gonna give her a shot.
Guys, don't say you haven't been warned.
It's like a rhythm. You gotta catch the rhythm. You see some people out there doing all this, it don't help the car.
No.
You can be smooth with it and just, you know, however you want to do it. You got it. Dance with it. Rock with it. There you go, baby. Rock with it.
Hey, they should make a song like this. Hit the switch.
The switch song.
Hit the switch. Ready?
Ready? Tell me when to go, Vita.
Go. Did I do good?
You did good. You didn't burn it up. It's not burnt up. It's good.
It's still working.
It does a lot more than a lot of cars out here. She chipped it out, though. You got it.
Well, it looked good, but Vita's secret tells us she's not so sure.
He said nothing broke, but I think I saw something break.
Back over at Kool-Aid Hydraulics, they're prepping Al's car for a big competition.
To get it ready, we put some new cylinders in. We replaced the A-arm brackets on both sides. We changed coils twice. New solenoids, new gears in the pumps, new motors. Because as you practice to get it ready, you burn stuff up.
We make sure that that dump is working, that there is no air on the lines before we go out. Tanks are full of oil. All them screws are tight.
Just as he's about to test the ride, word gets out that Big Al's car is ready to hop.
There's a guy outside now who wants to challenge me. You know what I mean? So they're coming from all over.
Big Al ain't scared of nobody, so we're gonna take the car outside and we're gonna give him something.
Or, more precisely, they want to make sure this guy gets served.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, getting served.
Yeah.
Tell them
Big Al will serve me, but not Big Al. Big Al won't serve me.
Hey, if my uncle serves you, that's me serving you. We gonna show him something.
You want some of this? You want some of this? You want some of this? Step into me, kid, then you gone. You want some of this?
Now, nigga, is that working or what? Look at the hype. He want to serve me, but who got served on this one? Who got served? Look at that. Who got served? Look at that. Who won? Who said it? Who said it? Big Al said it. That's what I'm talking about.
And even when the victory's clear, there's always going to be a healthy dose of trash talking.
Who got served?
You got served.
Who got served?
You got served.
Man, you better look at the video.
Your car served me, but you
All
got served.
right.
I'll be back for you, though. I'll be back for you.
And I'm going to give you some driveway cleaning up the little mess.
I'll be back for you, though. I'll be back for you.
Come back.
Al's now off to see the Majestics Car Club.
We will be the winner. You will see. They're waiting to get served. So keep your TVs tuned in.
Okay, we're back where we started. The Majestics Car Club is having a party, where the main event is radical hopping. Vita's here to give us the scoop.
Uh-oh, seems like there's a battle going on.
Big Al and Todd Land will go head-to-head in the competition.
I will bring my truck from last year and put on here so they know who they're messing with. This is Big Al, all right?
We don't talk about being the best and not being we the best, man. We the kings of the street.
First in the ring, Big Al and his Kool-Aid Camino.
Hey, look like 100. No, they said get 100.
And in this corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, Todd's Impala.
Well, they gave me second place, 100 inches. Winner took it by 102. Hang around, we got a grudge match going.
You're gonna have to catch up the next 2 years on inches.
You're right.
Hey, shop only been open 2 years. You took second place. How long your shop been open? There you go. We new booty. Yeah. But we still kicking ass.
But we ready to nose up.
Even though the official competition is over, all this trash talk means there's gonna be another battle in the parking lot.
He gonna come to Kool-Aid, we'll fix his car, and then we'll bust his ass. Hey, it's a long drive. It's a long drive.
This guy don't know about long drives. I've been around the world doing this, right?
But we want to put some inches on you right now.
We just gonna show everybody what they really do.
I got the girlies at the front like, yeah. I got the brothers on the side like, yeah.
Your car can't get stuck on the bumper. If it can't come back down on its own, then the inches don't count. It looks like the Kool-Aid Camino evened things up. Unofficially, of course.
Oh, good.
Well, he want to get jumped on today, huh?
That's all right. Hey, we're gonna have that after hop at our shop tonight. So y'all got some time. Y'all know where I am.
These guys have what it takes, and to them, one thing is certain, there's nothing like hopping.
But he is the man right here, okay? This is who they all want to be, all right? And I like to bark up his tree every chance I get.
Kool-Aid.
All right?
They hop high, but remember that the sport owes everything to those old school guys that just had to ride low.
So why do people want to get so low?
There's a million different answers to that question. It looks good. I can't, well, I'm sure you know, there's nothing like riding down the street tipping on that fluid, blowing the moldies, okay? There's no answer to that. All I know is, like I told you, when I saw it, I was hooked. I can't tell you why, but I was.
Well, that's the upside and the lowdown on hopping. Till next time, keep living the low life. Later.
Get crazy.
Can we see your trunk?
My trunk? Nah. We don't, us new guys, we don't share our secrets. It's a secret in that trunk.
Okay. I know what chipping is, but for the viewers at home that don't know, what is chipping?
Chipping is not getting high off the ground at all. Put a bag of chips down and you can't get over that, you're chipping.